Patti LaBelle.
Patti LaBelle giving everything she has got to Live Aid, and that's what's been going on all day, of course. Performers and viewers as well. The money has been pouring in. We're way over the £2 million mark in Britain alone. But here's the man who knows all about the money, Harvey Goldsmith, who's the promoter of Live Aid. You've organised all this whole thing, haven't you?
Some of it, yeah. Well, most of it, I suppose.
People may not know your face, but all the artists do, don't they?
All the artists do, yes. And
What's
this
the
man
latest?
here on my right.
We'll talk to Bob Geldof. He's here in just a second. But what's the latest on the money?
It's very difficult to be precise, but when I left Wembley about 40 minutes ago, I could actually see 25 million raised today. There are 2,000 calls an hour coming in America through AT&T, and they can't cope with it. We're given an understanding that from our auditors who are walking around with a phone by his side, and he gives us an estimate by the end of tonight of about 40 million, which is pretty staggering.
Is that what you expected?
We set a target of 10 when we started the project, so I have a bet on with Hal Uplinger, who's our executive director in Philadelphia. He says before he goes home he wants to ring me whatever time it is with 100 billion in. But what we've got now is pretty spectacular.
Well, let's just quickly bring in Bob Geldof, who's just standing off listening to these figures. Bob, can you come in a second? Harvey's saying he reckons 40 million by the end of tonight. How does that sound?
Outrageous. It's a staggering amount of money.
I was just saying about Hal's bet that he thinks before he goes home he wants to ring us with 100 million.
Who's this?
Hal, he just called me before.
I know.
But we started, my day started last night when I left the stadium about 11:45. About 11:30 I got a phone call from a Mr. Simons in Boston, who is donating $750,000 worth of medical supplies and hospital equipment, and which he wants to go to Mozambique, and we'll certainly take care of that. First thing this morning, a lovely nun arrived from the East End somewhere and asked to see Mr. Geldof, who wasn't there at the time, and just gave us an envelope, disappeared into thin air, and inside was £100, which is pretty nice. And it's been going like that all day.
I was standing in the foyer of this club just now, and the phone rang at the call box, and it was a businessman on the end calling from the Bahamas asking for Bob Geldof, saying he wanted to give you a load of money. Can you believe that?
Well, I didn't get the call. I said, go away, horrible Bahamian man. But well, I didn't know about that. Where is he?
We've taken his number. You can call him back later on.
Well, I mean, it's been going on and on. I hope it doesn't stop now. I mean, I think it's absolutely brilliant that we've passed 2 million in Britain. It's going on for another few hours, so keep coming in, please. The gyro is open on Monday, the post office and all the banks, so keep going.
We'll remind you of all those things later on. Our own phone lines in Britain are jammed solid tonight, but do keep trying to get through if you possibly can.
I hear the phone system's actually gone down in America.
Yeah, AT&T's computer packed up.
There's going to be a lot of repair bills on Monday morning. Let's now join Mark Ellen, who's upstairs in the nightclub somewhere, with someone.